What's going on, guys? Hi, back here with another video. Today I've got a super dragon army for you that's actually been really strong for me. So I'm using 2 lightning spells, which is just to take out a sweeper, which is really nice because it frees you up to use your Queen's Giant Arrow to line up air defenses. And then you also have a recall, which isn't actually going to be used on the Royal Champion. We're going to use that on the Queen. So you can drop her into a high danger area just to get Giant Arrow value. And you can recall her out and then deploy her somewhere else just to use as a funnel. And then use the king to protect her and tank for her. It actually works really good. If you do end up hitting the sweeper with your Giant Arrow and you don't really need the lightning spells, you can just use it somewhere else, like use it to help take out the clan castle or just something else. It won't go to completely to waste, but it is just nice to have to free you up to get more value out of your Queen's Giant Arrow. So I'm going to just go into this replay real quick and just show you what I look for in the bases, or not the replay, into this base real quick and just show you what I would look for. So what you're going to want to do, your main target with your RC charge at the beginning is to get the monolith. So what I would do here, I would drop my Royal Champion up here at the top, I would snipe the monolith, and then I would just keep her invisible until I'm out of invises, and then I would just let her die. She'll go to Phoenix and get more value. And then after that, you would look for value with your Queen's Giant Arrow. And I'm trying to think here, yeah, if you shoot it from, let me see what the easiest, yeah, honestly, if you shoot from this collector here, I could get this air defense, and then I could get this other air defense up there as well. Line that up and get 2 air defenses, and then since there's so much damage here with the ground expo, the ricochet cannon, and the minion prince, once I shot the Giant Arrow, I would just recall her back out. And then I could use the king and the queen in this corner here and wall break them in to get that inferno, as well as pick up this cane, and they could get a nice charge into the base. And then I would just maybe use my baby dragon or 1 super dragon over here to funnel, and then just use my super dragons in the middle here, get the blimp in the warden ability and deliver it to the town hall, and then I would rage over the town hall, obviously. So that's how I would approach this. So let's go hop into our first replay. All right, on the first replay, this has been a dominant base for me in Legend League. So the fact that I could just shred it this easily with this attack is honestly pretty surprising. But as you see, the monolith is down at the bottom. So we're going to use our rocket spear and our Royal Champion charge to remove the monolith. We'll also be able to trigger this poison tower and destroy it, which is really nice to get those out of the way because it can slow down your super dragon so much. So we're just going to keep her invisible here, just get as much value as we can, and we're not recalling her out. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to, but I think it's better the way I'm doing it. But I'm open to suggestions. If you guys want to tweak it, that's perfectly fine. We're going to get this multi-gear defense here. We might even, with the Phoenix, maybe be able to pick up that fire spitter, but I'm not sure. So you see, we Queen's Giant Arrow, we picked up both air defenses. So since she's not under a lot of firepower, I'm going to let her clean some of this trash right here so we don't have to worry about it later in the attack. Because she's not under any firepower, but we do want to save the Frosty, so as soon as she starts getting targeted, we'll pull her out. So we got a lot of the base taken out down here at the bottom now. We're already at 26%. So now I'm trying to think where I want to go in from. Because it just isn't easy to path on this base. I think that's why it's so good. There's just so many of these random compartments. So we're going to king, queen up here, and we're going to wall break them into that inferno. I'm pretty much sacrificing the king right away, but that's fine. The poison lizard should help take out the enemy super dragon from the clan castle. But now that we have the funnel set, we'll just go in here from the middle. We picked up that giant from the army camp, and we are sending our blimp to the town hall. If you don't get the town hall with the Royal Champion, make sure you save your rage for your blimp, because we're just using another super dragon and balloons. Because that way, if you didn't pull the CC with your Royal Champion, your clan castle troops won't pull the enemy clan castle, which is really nice. So then you don't have to deal with them at all. So that's the reason we're running the balloons and the super dragon. But if you want to run something else in your clan castle, feel free to do so. You can definitely do that. But we picked up the giant from the camp up top, and we also got the cane. For some reason, our queen is in the very core of the base, hitting a wall. I don't know how she ended up in there. But as you see here, we have tons of super dragons alive. We're using our baby dragon at the bottom to clean up trash. Of course, it flew in range of the minion. They kind of grouped up, so we're not getting the rage effect out of the baby dragon. But it really doesn't matter. She's just there to clean up trash. It is versatile because you can use it to help funnel and stuff at the beginning too, but there really was nowhere to get value with it this time. So we just saved it to clean up trash on the backside of the base. Queen full health, still beating on a wall, but our baby dragon is actually going to take out this ricochet cannon. We still have the cane alive. We still have a super dragon alive. They're fighting the enemy disarmer now. But this was a pretty comfortable 3-star. The warden stayed up, still has the owl. And I forgot to say, if you have the sneezy, use it on the warden. Mine's upgrading right now, so that's the reason I'm using the owl. But the sneezy is definitely better to just go out and pull Seeking Air Mines and stuff to protect your Super Dragons. So let's go into another attack. Alright, on to attack number 2. We're actually not going to go for the Monolith this time, just because it would have been really tough to reach with that many defenses around. So we're actually going to try to remove the Town Hall this time with the Royal Champion, which it should be pretty free. There's honestly nothing really around that can damage us. And once we get through there, we might be able to pick up a Fire Spitter as well, which is pretty good value. But like I was saying, if you look up here, just look how many defenses are on the outside and in front of that Monolith. I don't think we would have got it, so I didn't want to risk it. So this time we made an executive decision and ended up going for the Town Hall instead. We pick up an air defense. I think we actually picked up 2 air... Yeah, we picked up 2 air defenses, got the Town Hall. Unfortunately, we didn't path into the Fire Spitter, but we'll take out the Ricochet Cannon. We'll get the Ground Expo. Oh no, we're actually making it invisible to go for this Fire Spitter. So we're going to get this Fire Spitter, and we should be able to trigger that Rage Tower as well. So we Giant Arrow. This time we use the Giant Arrow to take out both Sweepers, which, honestly, looking back on it now, I should have just shot it from down here and got both air defenses. But, yeah, it was just an easy shot to line up the air sweepers. And we're going to be able to take out this air defense up here anyway, because that's where we end up redeploying the Queen with the King. So we're just going to spam our Super Drags over here on this side. And now, like I said, I have the lightning spells now because I really have nowhere to use it. So I tried to get the blimp into these Infernos, but I think we're going to... Yeah, we end up hitting the Tornado Trap, so I just drop them to take out the Monolith. So our balloons make quick work of the Monolith, and now all we have really is a Fire Spitter and 2 multi-Infernos. But we have a massive push of dragons going through here. They're going to take out that last air defense. So I think I missed it, but I think I used the 2 lightning spells on the enemy clan castle when it was targeting my Queen, just to help deal with it a little bit quicker. As you see, this base is going to be absolutely crushed as well. Super Dragon should melt that yeeter over there. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. We'll see. Oh, the enemy disarmer actually came back to life. So yeah, that Super Dragon's going to die. But it's alright. We still got a full health Queen over here. We still have, what is that, 3 Super Dragons, I believe? Yeah, I believe there's 3 in there. We still have the Kane. We still have the Giant. This base is going to be crushed. We're just going to 2 times through this, because at this point, it's just cleanup. Giant should make quick work of that Tesla and the Wizard Tower. Yeah, just one-shots both of them. And we get through this base again. Another nice 3-star. So I'm going to go find yet another attack. Alright, so this time we have a war base that doesn't have the troops from the army camps. So you can't pick up the Giant and the Kane. I wanted to show some normal bases that you'd see in Legend League. And now I want to show some war bases that don't have those stupid army camps. I think that was a dumb addition, by the way. That was a terrible invis. For some reason, I still thought I had a couple rocket spear shots left. But I didn't, because I forgot to count. So we're going to go in here. We get the Monolith this time. We're going to get a Fire Spitter. We're going to get an Inferno. Really good value on this base. I honestly should have invised a little higher up and made that Expo invisible, because then we could have pathed into the other Fire Spitter. That was a bit of a mistake on my part, because this isn't going to get us much value, because we're going to get a Ground Expo and a Ricochet Cannon, which obviously can't target our Super Dragons anyway. So slight mistake. If I would have dropped that a tile or 2 higher there, I could have pushed my Royal Champion into that Fire Spitter. We do shoot our Queen's Giant Arrow. And I actually missed what I was going for. I did get 1 air defense, but I wanted to get either an air defense and a sweeper, or an air defense, or both air defenses. I think I was aiming for both air defenses, because we actually zapped out that air sweeper over here. Redeploy our Queen over here with the King, and we wall break them in. They're going to take out that air defense, which is nice. So now we just have the 1 backside air defense left, which my Queen's Giant Arrow was supposed to get, but again, I suck with the Giant Arrow, so I missed. We send the blimp from way down here, so it takes a nice angle at the Town Hall. Unfortunately, we catch the Tornado Trap again. I swear, no matter where I deploy my troops from, wherever I drop my blimp, I hit the Tornado Trap. I swear the Tornado Trap teleports to the other side of the base, no matter where I drop my troops, because I cannot avoid the Tornado Trap with the blimp. I hit it literally every time. I am so unlucky. But you see, we have a massive pack of Super Dragons in here, and this base is really tightly compact, so the splash damage from these dragons just does absolute work, because it's hitting so many buildings at once. This Super Dragon should pretty much one-shot that air defense, and it does. We got our Queen over here still with her healers. Super Dragon's still alive. I think we have 3 of them. Still raged up from our Rage Vial from our Warden. And we're going to shred through this base. All this splash damage is just going to melt this. Look at that. We hit all 3 of those buildings at once with this Super Dragon down here. If you can find tightly compact bases like this, these Super Drags will melt through it as long as you get decent value out of your RC charge. and your Queen's Giant Arrow. You see another crushing 3-star, so I got one more attack, another war base, so I'll catch you guys there. Alright, this has been a really tough base for me. As you see again, the monolith is really deep and really protected. So instead I'm going to go for the Town Hall because it's again exposed, and I might be able to get both air defenses down here. If not, I'll at least get one of them. We're getting targeted by the ground expo, so I do use an early invis here. And then I'm going, if you want to use your rage here now, since you're not going to need to rage your blimp troops, you can. As you see, I do this time because I'm going to get the Town Hall. I'm going to get both of these multi-archer towers. Going to get the rage spell. Going to get the double scatter shots. And then I can even push my way in towards these Inferno towers. So there was just tons of value here. So that's why I ended up using the rage spell on the Royal Champion this time, because I won't need to rage the blimp troops because we've already got the Town Hall down. As you see, even when she comes back from Phoenix, she's going to get tons of value. I think I'm going to get all those Inferno towers. Oh, I actually won't get the Inferno tower because I did pull the Clan Castle, but I end up zapping out the Air Sweeper over here, so we won't have to fight it now. Terrible Queen's Giant Arrow. It was supposed to go through both of these air defenses, and in typical Mile High fashion, I missed both of them. So, yeah, don't be like me. I am absolutely terrible with the Queen's Giant Arrow, especially when I try to use it fast. So we redeploy up here. We're going to wall break them into this corner here. Should get a good amount of value. We should at least be able to get that air defense over there. Both of these air defenses are already supposed to be down, but of course I suck. And if both of those air defenses would have went down, I probably would have came in from over here behind the sweeper. But I had to push through the air defenses now because I suck and missed them. So I dropped my blimp troops here on that Inferno and the Monolith to take that stuff out. So if I'm using the Royal Champion to get the Town Hall, then I'm using the blimp to get the Monolith most of the time. And if I use my Royal Champion to get the Monolith, then the blimp's going for the Town Hall. That's kind of the way I like to do it. You guys can do that however you want, but for me, that's what works. So you see here, our King's up here, melts through the enemy Queen, I believe it was. We have 2 Super Drags with him. We have this one more air defense down here at the bottom. But we still have what? We have 1 Super Drag at the top. We have 4 more Super Drags at the bottom. Our Warden's still full health. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem. The Super Drag up at the top is going to die, but we'll easily be able to overwhelm that backside air defense once my Super Dragon's path in, especially with the Rage Vial on the Warden. It just makes these Super Drags do so much damage. Watch how quick this Minion Prince dies. Just gets absolutely melted. We should be able to hit the Expo and the air defense at the same time with the splash. Oh, not quite, but the Owl was chaining. But yeah, it's just cleanup at this point. Again, crushed. We still have 3 Super Dragons alive. Pretty full health, I believe, as well. So we showed 2 attacks on war bases and 2 attacks on normal Legend League bases that you'll see. It works on either. If you guys want to tweak the spells or anything at all, let me know in the comments what you guys tweak, and if you like this army, drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.